everybody? Byron Watson here again, reporting live from the Global Leadership Summit at South Barrington, Illinois, Willow Creek Community Church. I am having a great time here listening and learning and developing my leadership. The way the Willow Creek Association has organized this has been awesome. All right, so the first speaker, of course, was Pastor Bill, and he talked about hard-fought leadership lessons. And what he's really talking about is about humility, and everything rises and falls on leadership. And he was also talking about vision achievement and how it's the leader's responsibility to be able to balance his or her drive in obtaining the mission, the vision that God put on their heart. And at the same time, you want to make sure that the people that are on your team do not feel like they're grunts. Okay? So, it's spiritual survival, what we're talking about, and balancing the relationship of going to get that vision, accomplishing that vision, okay, and managing your team and relationships. The second session, we talked to Carly Fiorina, okay? She was the CEO for a while back with Hewlett Packard. And I enjoyed her conversation, and her session session topic was titled Defining Leadership. And she shared that human potential is the only limitless resource. And then she talked about what crushes human potential. And she said it was bureaucracy. And then she also talks about what unlocks human potential, and that is leadership. She brought up 3 people as examples of what leaders do, and she referenced the Reverend Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., talked about Nelson Mandela, and talked about Jesus. How these people were really nobodies who just decided to unlock the potential of other nobodies. Okay? Leadership is changing the order of things. Okay? Management is not leadership. Management is the process of managing things and trying to maintain the status quo. Okay? Leadership is actually changing things. Okay? Which is important, imperative, okay? And Carly also just shared her leadership framework, which is very, very important. And I'm going to go into more detail about that at a later time. I don't want to take a lot of time on these live reports, but she said, set the framework, and let them free. Micromanaging does not increase human potential. It actually oppresses them and reduces them to, as we say, grunts, okay? Feels like they have nothing to say, nothing. They just coming in, doing their job and leaving, okay? Then we had the next speaker. It was it was an interview that Pastor Bill did with Jeffrey Immelt, who is the president and CEO of General Electric, okay? And it was some great questions that Bill asked Jeff to discuss and answer. And a lot of the things that he was mentioning was really just, not being afraid to go after it, not shying away from accountability, okay? One thing that he mentioned was question was, how do your supervisors or your superiors show their leadership style? I asked a question to Jeffrey during the the hashtag GLSQ14, and I asked, how do you identify people that you want to work with and promote? And they answered that question, and really it was willingness to buck the system. Saying no, asking questions, okay? And if your leaders, your superiors, okay, do not want to answer your questions, okay, it's a challenge, okay? They're not empowering. It's more oppressive at that time, okay? Jeff talked about with GE, talking about his culture is based on talent and meritocracy. Never heard that word, meritocracy, before. All right, so talent and meritocracy. So it is the job of the leader to decide what the culture is and to go make it happen. Jeff ended the conversation with, at least from my takeaway, a strong ending was, you know, he said when he became CEO, he told his team, he said, you probably may question my decisions, but you will never question my intentions. Okay, I'm Byron Watson, also known as Coach Life Pro, reporting live from the Global Leadership Summit, and I am having a ball learning, Life Pro learning. Okay, I'm engaging, I'm developing myself as a leader, I'm reporting back and sharing these things with you. Have an awesome day. It's lunch, so I'm about to go grab some grub real quick and refresh, and I'll be back with you after our next speaker. And our next speaker is going to be Susan Cain. And the title is Quiet, Challenging the Extrovert Ideal. All right, have a good one, and I'll see you later.